Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to No Glitches Allowed 2026. We are here raising funds for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, and we have the very last run of the second day ready to go for you. Kuritas is going to be running Factorio train percent. I have no idea what to expect except for trains. I think lots of trains. Please, Kuritas, tell me about trains.
To talk about all the trains. Thank you so much, Sporadic. Hi, folks. My name is Kuritas. You can call me Curry for short, and this is Factorio. Thank you so much for sticking around. This is a game that has no glitches, and I really do mean that. Factorio is, at least in my experience, like the game. If you had to choose any game out there that had no glitches, this would be my pick, because if you find a glitch and post it on the forums of the game, the devs will like literally step in within like 24 hours and patch out the glitch. There are no glitches whatsoever in this game, so I think it's very fitting that I do this in a marathon. Yeah, see, there's your first fun fact of Factorio, Sporadic. So I'm happy to yap more and more about this as we go along.
Factorio facts.
Exactly. You'll get to hear lots of that. So yeah, this is train percent. So let me get set up real quick. Normally a typical run of Factorial takes like hours, like at least like a typical run, if you haven't played Factorial before, takes at least like 40 hours, which is fine, because if you find that you like a game like Factorial, you really get into Factorial. But if you're experiencing for the first time, I figured let's just do a shorter category just to feature some of the game mechanics at first, without dragging along the whole thing and watching me build up a factory from scratch. So this is train percent. The objective is for me to build one singular train. I mean, we can build more trains, but for me, I made up the category. I figured let's just do one train for now. So the run ends when I build my train and place it down. So that's what I've defined it as. Otherwise, I'm keeping all the settings as defaults. I'm doing this on a random seed. You can see here in the upper right corner. I'm just clicking that random seed button. I have no idea what's going to be generated here. And yeah, we're going to be researching up to the train technology and taking it from there. So time will start when I give a countdown here. So we're loading the map. We're going to load in here. And after this cutscene, time will start. So we're going to get started in... Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1, go! All right, and away we go. So, the premise of the game is that you crash land on a planet in your spaceship, and the goal of Factorio is to build a spaceship to get back into space. I am playing this on version 2.0, the vanilla version. So if you happen to know about Factorio from before, it came out with a DLC called Space Age approximately a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. For this, I'm just going to be showing you the vanilla version of 2.0, just keep things simple, and because it doesn't affect the actual category that much. So yeah, basically, the goal is to research a bunch of technologies to get more and more things to gradually build up a factory to build all the parts you need to build a spaceship. We're going to cut us way short of that and just instead build a train, which is the first like major stepping stone in actually building a factory. A train, when you unlock trains, you get to extend your reach to the many ore deposits on this planet here that we call Novice. That's kind of what the planet I have here in my background here. The planet is right behind me. It's called Novice. In Space Age, there are a lot more planets you can travel to, but we'll get started here just to start off with. So, where should I go for this? I feel like there are lots of different directions. I'll explain the very core mechanics, and then maybe we can go from there. So, in Factorio, you have a few starting ores to work with. You have coal, which is right here. You can mine all of these ores by hand, like I'm doing right now. I'm just picking up a few pieces of coal, which serves as fuel to fuel all the machines that we will be building. And the machines that we will be building require iron to build. So the very beginning of the game, you're just mining things by hand. You're being like, I need more iron so I can build more machines so that the machines can mine more iron and coal for myself so they can get me more and more stuff. So in that aspect, you can kind of see where the gameplay loop comes in here. It's you want to build enough machines here to be able to sustain the growth of your factory, whose goal is to mine more raw materials to process them into end products, science, equipment for yourself to be able to build more machines, to research more science at a quicker rate, yada, yada, yada. It goes in a huge circle like that. So the name of the game is automation here. If you haven't seen a game like Factorio before, it's kind of different. Calling it a strategy game is definitely one way of putting it, but it really defines its own genre here. It's what we call a factory building game, or in very eloquent terms, an automation game. It's where you build things that essentially do things for you and plays the game for you. Now, that doesn't mean we don't have a role to play. We're the engineer here on this planet. Our goal is to build the factory that builds itself. And eventually, we'll get to a point where we don't really need to be hands-on with it because we've just automated so much of it. And that's kind of the fun part. That's kind of like the addictive feedback loop, or like just gameplay loop that you get from Factorio. You build stuff that builds stuff for you, and then you get to design stuff that builds even more stuff for you. It's pretty cool. And if you're interested in this game by any means, there's like a free game demo on Steam. You can get it for free. Running through the whole game demo takes like a while if you haven't played a factory game before, but you know, you'll learn whether you like it or not real quickly. It's definitely a game that's not for everyone. I'll say that if you're more engineering inclined, if you have an eye for industrial design or building blueprints or building circuits, logic networks, factories, anything of that sort, this game might more be up your alley. When I first started playing this game, it took me by surprise. I was like, holy crap, this game is amazing, and I just could not put it down the first day I picked it up. So ever since I found this game, it's my most favoriteest game of all time. Would not trade it for the world, so I'm very happy to be showing this off. So with that being said, that's kind of like the premise of Factorio. Sporadic, how are you feeling about this? I'm not sure if you played this or not, but
You know, I've never played this game before, and I was definitely curious about, you know, the giant spider mech that was running around. I'm like, oh, we're gonna build some trains. Oh, look, a big spider. Wow, there's a lot of bugs. Those were my thoughts. So, I mean, okay, so obviously there's a day and night cycle, because it's dark. Also, it appears that you have put some things down that are just auto mining these giant fields of whatever you need that are very luckily very close to the surface. How convenient. So you can just put these mining, these pieces of mining equipment on the edge, and it will mine like the entire field. Like, you don't have to worry about getting in there further.
yeah. That's pretty spot on. So yeah, these mining drills right here, you just place them down the middle of these like ore patches right here, and they'll mine whatever's directly underneath it. So this one mining drill won't cover the whole thing. You do need a few more of them to cover the whole patch. Which is why we're looking to scale this up a bit, because we have like one drill mining iron and one drill mining copper and two mining coal, and that's definitely not enough for what we want to do. So we need to scale up our production here. But yeah, we'll get there. We need a lot more drills on these patches here. That's what a lot of the beginning game is.
And currently you're needing to physically run the coal over to the power for all these drills. Yeah.
Correct. Yes, I am the weakest link here. I am manually shoveling coal between these coal mining drills over here and these drills that are mining iron and copper. Real shortly, well, or somewhat shortly, we'll get some technology that lets us lets us do that automatically. So
it also doesn't seem like
there.
there's any kind of like survival, like, oops, you're out of food aspect to this game, or is there?
That's also correct. All you have is a health bar, and that's it. As long as your health you don't get attacked by anyone. There are enemies here. In fact, we can go on over and say hi to them. There they are. We can say hi to them. We don't get. We want to approach them too closely, but we can say hi.
I was
Hello
gonna
there.
say, doesn't seem like a good idea.
Everyone say hello to the biters. They'll leave us alone for now, but hi.
Another kind of like universal observation, actually, that I would say, having just watched that Star Trek game, and just encountering a lot of science fiction, bugs seem to be a favorite for science fiction as like an enemy.
They sure are.
It's like just some variation on insects. People are like, okay, well, people will always, they're not going to empathize with this bug, and I'm like, well, somebody's going to empathize with that bug, but
So, someone will. Hey, chat. If you are a bug fan, please let us know. Preferably in the donation. Let us know how you're feeling about this so far.
how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel about bugs?
How do you feel about the bugs in your favorite sci-fi game?
I definitely have some donations here, if it's a good time to read them.
Now's a great time. Go for it.
All right, well, we have a $3.50 donation from an anonymous donor who says 1.3K. How high of a donation total can we end tonight on, chat? And that donation is the one that did push us up to 1.3K. So thank you so much, friend, for your donation. I have $5 here from Cell, who says, train fact. One of Canada's main rail companies is CPKC, Canada Pacific Kansas City. Don't worry about the geography of that name. It's fine. Good luck, Kurti. Proud to see you growing as a runner and showcasing more and more runs, less than 3. Thank you so much, Cell. Yeah, and that one actually did go towards our bid war that we have open right now. You know what? The donation from the anonymous donor also went towards our bid war that we have open right now. I'm going to tell you more about the bid war right the hecky now. Just give me one hot second. All right, it is for our Pokemon Rumble passwords versus no passwords. So a vote for passwords is a vote for the optimized route, the fast route, and a vote for no passwords is a vote for RNG, chaos, and 10 minutes more on the estimate. Let me have a look at this and see where we are sitting now. In the past, it was no passwords. It was in the lead. It is still in the lead, but its lead is not quite as strong because those donations have been rolling in. It's $30 for no passwords here, but a little over $15 for passwords. So if you think that the most important thing in a speedrunning marathon is going fast, then you should get your donations in for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. I do have one more here if we have time.
Go for it. Yeah, please.
All right, James Swan sent in $6.70. Oh my. And says, good luck on the run, Curry.
Yeah, 6, 7.
So all of those went towards passwords. Thank you, everybody, for your generosity. They also all went towards our milestone incentive that we are looking to unlock right now. Because it's a milestone, you don't have to click on it. Every single donation goes towards it. That's for the run tomorrow of the Dishwasher Vampire Smile. Can we take a minute? The name of this game is the Dishwasher Vampire Smile, and the incentive is to fight the devs. We're looking to reach $1,600 raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, and if we hit that milestone, there will be a boss rush where the faces of the bosses are replaced with images of the devs. Honestly, it doesn't get much better than that for an incentive. Please get your donations in, my friends.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you all so much for those donations. Oh, I loved all your comments. Oh my god. Please keep sending them in. I lost track of...
With train facts. I want more train facts, please.
Yeah, I like the train fact, right?
We're looking for hot train facts and for your feelings about bugs. What a crossover. The kind of crossover that happens in this game, Factorio.
I wasn't even planning that out. Like, oh my god, yes, the wildest crossover in this game alone. Please, chat, let me know your favorite train, and maybe what you think of the bugs. Yeah, those are totally related topics. Yes,
Trains,
please let me know,
bugs,
chat.
bug trains.
Bug trains. Maybe. I don't know.
Does that happen? I mean, they march along in a little line, but do they do like one of those cute like shrew things or whatever, while they all bite each other's tails so that they don't get lost? Only it's bugs.
No, unfortunately not. They tend to gather like you see they're gathering right now. That's not a good sign actually. That means they have noticed us. And you can see that. Oh, yeah, here's one that's coming along right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, buddy. It just took notice of our factory. Just wanted to come over to take a look.
Be prepared for bug violence.
Yeah, sorry to all the bug lovers out there. You might see some interesting things go down. Just putting that out there. Yeah, so bugs are the main enemy in this game. They are attracted to pollution. That is, if you build a big enough factory and have enough machines going and emit enough pollution, they tend to do that. Walk over to you and, you know, tell you how strongly they disapprove of your factory. So we're just going to politely ask them to go away and be on our way here. So here we go. So with that little problem out of the way, what my goal is right now is to start getting electricity production up and running. The way you do that is you start putting down boilers and steam engines here. This is how you start building up your first electric infrastructure. You make steam power. You boil water, have it move pistons inside a steam engine, and that makes electricity. Science! Let's go science! So we need to hook up a water supply right now, so I'm going to do that. Give me 1 second. In reality, I shouldn't be fussing around too much about this. My main goal here is just to build lots of steam pipes here, so I can lay down... Yeah, it's going to take me a little bit while to craft these steam pipes, so... you can see that we have a lake up here. That's where our infinite source of water is going to come from. Lakes do not drain at all. Once you have a water source down and you're getting water from it, it will stay there permanently, so no need to worry about running out of water. What we do need to worry about running out of is iron and everything else in between, because these ore patches are not they're not infinite, unlike the water. They are finite. You can see once I hover over a certain like tile or patch here, there's a certain amount of like coal or iron ore or copper ore in the ground, and basically your patches here are starter patches. Oh, give me 1 second here. Pardon me, buddies. I unfortunately cannot have you interfering here, so if you could stop, that would be great. Okay, thank you. Just like that, we have politely asked them to leave, and so they did. Alright, I need more stone, because I'm gonna run out of stone ore real quick here. Now, unfortunately, the stone patch that has naturally spawned in this run, and again, like I said, this run is unseeded. I have no idea what I've walked myself into other than that, yeah, you know what? This might be a bit more interesting. Well, we'll see how long this takes. Hopefully it won't take us that long. But the estimate should be generous enough to allow us to be able to get a train up soon. As I was saying before, yeah, the main goal is that these patches are starter patches. They should last you enough to get certain things off the ground, but they're not meant to last you forever for the rest of the game. You do have to go out and find additional sources of iron and coal and copper, and then eventually uranium and oil, which are two more resources that you can find on the map. And that's really where the train comes in. Once you get a train, you unlock the ability to connect like patches from very far away on the map. Like, I don't see any major patches right here. We need to go out exploring if we want to find more of them. And that's, unfortunately, we won't be seeing that in this run because I've had it truncated to just building the train and then moving on with our lives. But if you're interested in seeing how to set up like wider logistics networks, or just setting up like cool like combinations of trains and being able to have like multiple stops in between. It's a there's like so many ways you can set up a logistics network here. It really is the game you should be playing if like you love designing things and making things more efficient. That's what really gets my gears turning. So I'm very, very fond of this game. Hey, I had to throw that in. Yeah, you know. Gears.
I can't even. I have a soundboard that has 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff, but we can't play it.
That's unfortunate. I get it.
Just gotta say it. Yeah.
That reminds me of a joke. Did you hear about the joke where you can probably guess where I'm going with this. Did you hear about the one where 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff?
I mean, I have, but no, I haven't. What?
What? No. Well, yeah, you know, I Chad, I know you can't. Just picture it in your head. What that sounds like. I bet you know what that sounds like. But yeah. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, Chad, if you have any interesting jokes or puns or anything of that sort, please do tell us. I just love having fun with this, and I've done this so many times. I could yap so much about this game. There's so much I could describe here, but really, I think the fun comes in if you all want to join in and, you know, insert fun train fact here, or insert your opinion towards the bugs, which there seem to be more of them now. So, I might die here, but we'll see what happens.
we hope not. Well, would some donations help out? Would they maybe help you make it through the night?
Donations will absolutely help me. Please, yes.
All right. Well, Sal sent in a donation for $6.70. It says, I have another train fact. It's also a bug fact. In 2013, Australia had a train accident that was caused by millipedes. There were so many of them, they derailed a whole train. That's a lot of millipedes. You know what? I feel like Australia is especially well known for large amounts of things.
Go ahead,
Thank
please
you very
keep going.
much, Sal. That one also went towards our passwords bid war. Pro Pokemon Noob sent in $3 and says, my favorite train is the train of thought. Unfortunately, it falls off the rails quite a bit. Make sure you build enough labs, you know, for science.
Oh, for science.
For science. That one also went towards our Pokemon Rumble bid war here. Let me just refresh it, because passwords, it's passwords or no passwords, and passwords is coming up fast here. We're almost at $25. It was just a little over $5 behind the no passwords, which is at $30. So once again, if you think it's important to save frames and go fast, please get your donations in. Every single donation will go to Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center to help very sweet puppies, and it will also make our runners go fast. Or make our runners go slow if you decide that you want to bid for the other option. The no passwords is a more RNG based route and will be more chaotic. So feel free to make chaos pull into the lead.
Hey, yeah, looking forward to hearing your thoughts on chaos. I am definitely not one from chaos, obviously. Obviously.
So everything is looking very orderly over here.
Actually, that's a good... I actually said that like post-ironically, but yeah, as you can see here, everything does look kind of orderly. I have all my miners aligned in a row, you know? I'm not making this... This is not planned. I'm just making this stuff up as I go, okay? Like... Oh my goodness, this is wild. But thank you all so much for your donations so far.
What are you placing out here that's not actually in the middle of any kind of field whatsoever? Why is it further away?
These are our friendly deterrent devices to tell the bugs to stop pestering us.
Now, by friendly deterrent devices, do you mean that like it sends out like some sort of like sonar pulse or like some sort of smell that they don't like, or do you mean that it's going to deter them by shooting them very much?
I'll let chat guess, but I think you have a pretty good guess yourself.
Friendly quote unquote
friendly reminder
friendly
to
deterrent devices.
very
Friendly
much
reminder:
so.
don't get shot in the face.
Exactly. It's just a very friendly reminder. Yeah, just don't get shot in the face, you know? Here, let's see how well these do. Okay, well, that's a start. That's quite all right. We'll let them play with the friendly deterrent devices for a little bit. We need some more stone, so we're gonna go back up and collect these. Oh, look, yeah, friendliness pellets. Yes, that's what those are. Friendliness pellets.
Don't get me started.
Oh.
You get me started. We're here playing this game, Factorio.
Yeah, this is definitely the other game you're definitely referencing right now.
Yeah, we don't want to have a bad time.
No, we're having a fantastic time right now. I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time.
Birds are singing, flowers are blooming.
Flowers are blooming. We are unfortunately in the middle of a desert, so not that many flowers are blooming. We do have like trees though, and trees are actually pretty important because we chop them to get wood, and wood is important. One for our initial source of fuel beyond coal, and also because they help us build our first power poles. So plant life and flora here do serve an actual purpose. In the mid to later stages of the game, they actually just get in the way, but beyond that, they are pretty important here. So, what I'm going to do is, where am I right now? So, I need to handcraft more red science juice right now. Officially, it's called Automation Science Pack, but I'm calling it red science juice because I can do that and no one can stop me. So, yeah, as you can see, the red science juice is...
Please donate
to
tell me what you think that red science juice is made of. Please send it in a donation. Ooh. Please make me read it live on stream. Thank you.
Please do. I have... Okay, it's less thoughts and more of... I have opinions that will be very hard to change about what I think the red science juice is. But as you can see, once you put red science juice inside a laboratory, it causes a rave to happen, and that's what causes our research to go.
Donate to change Kuritas's mind.
This is science rave juice. Change my mind. Oh my goodness, I'm having more fun with this than I thought I would be. Holy moly!
Science rave juice.
That's what's happening right now. You can see the lab over there is going in the background. Once you see the lab flashing, that means science is progressing. And if you look in the upper right corner of the screen, you see that green progress bar, the automation thing right there. That's going. So that means science is happening. And we're going to lock this
75% of all science is raves.
Oh,
Prove me
that
wrong.
is true.
Donate now. You have to correct me in a donation.
Yep. that is what that is.
Percentage.
Yep. Nope. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. The bugs are getting a little testy here, so give me a second. We need to deal with them. And I'm going to craft a few more ammo packs here. Yeah, so the bugs will just keep coming at us because oh, there are more of them. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, if you look on the map here, I turned on the pollution. We have created more than enough pollution to start attracting a lot of bugs right now. And that's no good, as someone might say. So we need to set up more defenses here. Essentially,
I just don't like it because you're making the planet stinky.
I mean, yes, exactly.
I can understand where the bugs are coming from here. You know,
you're
the stinky neighbor. Where did you even come from? Where did you even come from? Now suddenly there's like a bunch of loud noises all night long. There's a bunch of lights in the dark, and everything smells bad. You're like the worst neighbor.
I'm happy for you to call me out, but dang, you're calling me out so hard here. You know, that's kind of what's happening right now, and as you can see, yeah, they're a little annoyed. Which, you know what? To be fair, I would be annoyed too. I have to give it to them. Yeah,
bugs are pretty reasonable. Be real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real here. That they've got a point. So, you know, folks, if you're one to empathize with the bugs, I totally get that. You know, I also would not like living in a very noisy, like
You would
stinky
leave if your
planet.
neighbors started having science raves. See, and they didn't. You didn't even invite them. You didn't even invite them to the
Oh
science
my
rave.
good, you're right. I needed to
How
invite them.
rude.
That's so rude of me. I should have invited them. You've got a point. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll keep that in mind as I keep building the rest of my factory and completely
keep that in
ignoring
mind
them.
for your next run. Yeah, next
Yep.
time invite them to the science rave. See what happens.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, where am I going from this point onwards? We're gonna do that. We're gonna start setting up some of our beginning automation here. So here is an assembling machine. This is like one of the very first bits of machines you unlock, and what you need to really start automating the game. So the assembly machine is your bread and butter here. You can set it to make something, anything. Most things in the game you can craft at the assembly machine. So here. Excuse me. What I'm going to do is excuse me. I'm going to set it up so that I'm making red science juice right now. So what that needs is it needs these copper plates and these iron gear wheels. Now, iron gear wheels can be crafted manually, or I can put down another assembler and put iron plates in that, and that makes the iron gear wheels for me. So, in essence, you can start building production lines and chains of machines together that will ship one thing that they make over to the next machine that uses it as an input to make the next thing. So here, I've completed my very first automation line. I have made automation science, red science here, and I have it automatically loaded into the science lab here. So with that, we're now free to not have to worry about handcrafting that anymore. I don't have to stand here and like make science juice by hand. I have a machine that does it for me. Instead, what I can do is focus on making quite literally anything else I want. And at this point, I'm going to need a lot of intermediate products. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to start splitting off like more and more machines. So I'm going to go down here just to have a little bit more space. Place down one, give me 1 second. There we go. One assembler that's making copper wire, one assembler that's making electronic circuits, and then shove iron plates in here, shove copper into here, place in another inserter down, power pole to power that inserter, and then green circuits will go into this box, and then ta-da! I now have green circuits going. In essence, this is the very core of the game. The more things you don't have to do by hand, the better off you are, and the more time you have to go do other things. So really, in order to speedrun Factorio, you just gotta automate things and play it the way it was intended. There are no glitches to be exploited here, hence why, you know, we're here on no glitches allowed. We don't have glitches to start off with here. We're just using the ordinary game mechanics that they give us, because there are no glitches to really keep in mind whatsoever. Let me think. I'm gonna need to manually build a few more gun turrets here, because the bugs are really starting to get up there. So I'm going to be handcrafting those while I wait for this to get started. So let me do that. Place another inserter here. Get a few more boxes online. Throw a few iron plates here. Maybe some more miners. Oh, they're coming from the other direction now. Oh, that's not nice. Okay. Starting to get a little overwhelmed now. Let's see. So the bugs are now coming from us at multiple directions, which is to be expected. I think what I need to focus on right now is to clear out some of these biter nests. Because if you can see here, our pollution is now like, it's hitting like 3 nests. So I need to focus on building some weapons and actually getting some defenses out the door here. So I'm going to ignore automating the factory for now. If I have time, I might like throw in a couple assemblers and inserters to like help us build ammo. And actually, I'm going to repurpose this one. So... Oh, let me switch that over here. There we go. Run a little bit quicker. There we go. So now we built a machine gun for ourselves. That will serve to give us a better firing rate. But while I do so, I also need to have a machine that makes bullets. There we go. And then once we shove bullets into here, designate a box for those bullets. There we go. Now we have automated bullet production, and I think I'll also automate some gun turret production here. So I'm going to set this one to gears, set this one to gun turret, slam down a few inserters right here, hook it up with electricity, shove the raw materials into this machine. There we go. Okay, and now we're cooking a little bit more here. I'm gonna steal some of these miners, repurpose them to mine some more copper because we're gonna need them to build some more gun turrets here. And then maybe shove some plates in there. There we go. Now we're really cooking. Okay, I'm going to place some ammo in here. Maybe handcraft a few more gun turrets by hand. Because I do want to set up some defenses, because this can get a little overwhelming pretty quickly if we don't deal with mouses over in that direction, all of that. So let's put that up here. Maybe craft a few shotgun shells here, because those will actually come in handy when we need to clear out those nests. Okay, split some of our ammo in here. 4th gun turret. So usually a core of 4 gun turrets is enough to get you started with basic base defense. I'm gonna bait these biters over here just so we can get rid of just like this welcoming wagon over here. Oops, there we go. Oh, yep, they're gonna keep coming towards us. So
I mean, it's far beyond welcome wagon. I think you've worn out your welcome by polluting half the map. So
okay, you know what that. Okay, that's, you know what, that's wagon. Also fair.
Let's be real. Now, I've had a burning question, Kuritas. I know you've been very busy, but I've had a burning question. What are you juicing to make the red science juice?
What am I juicing? I'm squeezing the juice out of iron plates and copper plates, you know? Because all the, you know, all the juice that's in iron and copper, I'm just squeezing it for science.
It's loose now.
Yep.
we're squeezing it for science over here at No Glitches Allowed 2026.
Oh, no.
You heard it here first. Do not donate to tell me what you squeeze for science. Donate to tell me about trains.
Donate to tell me about the trains. Yeah, let's talk about that. The trains. Yeah. So how about them trains? All right.
You know, oranges.
There we go. So
I mean, come on.
Our science is done for now.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's just oranges, you know, orange trees. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we've got more folks from up top. So let's get rid of those folks real quick here. Yeah, we've attracted a few more bugs now from the north, so we will need to set up more defenses here. Let's slam down some more power poles, and I do want some repair packs, so let's get that started. Okay. I think my main goal is to get some of these miners back up. We do have some electric mining drills, so I might actually indulge myself with some of those. So now what you're seeing here is electric mining drills. Essentially, these are electric. You don't need to feed these with coal. You just set it and forget it. The smelters here you still need to feed with coal, but everything else, or these electric mining drills, they just go. They use electricity. That's it. So we're going to be using those quite extensively. Okay. We need some more iron in here. I'm going to put more iron in there. We have some repair packs going. I'm going to set up some more gun turrets up north here. Maybe craft some more ammo by hand. And then, yep, so a group of like... Actually, that's a little bit too far out. I want it to be a little bit closer. Really, in this game, you have all the land. You have the entire world. The world is infinite. You don't need to worry about running out of space. So my biggest recommendation to you is when you're starting out the game, give yourself a lot of space. You have more space than you realize. And I think that really speaks to, you know, nothing you put down in Factorio is ever permanent. If you're ever at a loss for something, you can always just find more iron, mine more coal, find more things, If you're running out of room, find another place to set up shop on the map. There's a lot of ways you can really for lack of a better word, there's just lots of different ways you can grow in Factorio. It's really a game that teaches you, you know, nothing you put down is ever permanent. If you don't like something, you can just pick it up and do it again. And like all these machines here, I can just pick them back up and place them back down if I don't like where they are. It's really as simple as that. Like right here, I'm just placing an electric mining drill right here in the middle of the patch. It has no rhyme or reason. It's just going to live here and mine coal, and that's perfectly all right.
I mean, I think the reason is it's mining coal. Like you said it. It's a good reason.
Yeah, I mean,
that seems reasonable.
You know, it's I
put the thing
I
that mines coal in the middle of the coal.
Yep,
I'm sold.
For more fun facts, please donate and tell me what you'd like to learn. You know, very interesting and riveting, fun Factorio facts.
More unreasonable. More unreasonable life choices.
You know, the world is your oyster. Yep.
For more unreasonable life choices.
Oh my goodness.
Follow both of us. I mean.
Hey, I mean, if you want to get in on this too, if you want to try out Factorio, I mean, I'm happy to pull more people into this absolutely like black hole of an abyss of a game because it has sucked so many hours of my life. I love it. It's beautiful.
This game is dangerous. Yeah. Dangerous to your free time.
It is very dangerous.
You know, excellent for your mental well-being. Like get that good brain juice. Get that good science brain juice. Oh
yeah. Yep. It produces all. It produces all the good brain juice.
Don't quote us.
It lives in my head rent free, and I would not have it any other way. Let's put some more iron in here. Get that going. Okay, we're gonna build some more gun turrets. Let's see. Yep, shove some more iron into here. So, yeah, basically what I'm trying to do right now is balance out my tasks here. I now have the interesting task of both growing my base and also defending it from the biters who are sure to swarm me in short order. So what I might do is be more proactive, go out there and start taking care of things myself. So in order to do so, I'm going to need like a decent amount of ammo, which I have on my person right now. Maybe craft a few more gun turrets to go along with that. And here we go. So I'm gonna let the factory sit as is. Maybe research logistics because we're going to need that. And I'm going to run off to the right here because if you look at our pollution cloud, this base has a bit of pollution right now, or it is within a pollution cloud. So what I want to do is come up to it and really like have it just try to get rid of it. What I'm doing here is something called turret creeping. It's where you basically take a bunch of ammo, take a bunch of turrets, keep going, and just gradually start shooting and blasting your way through bases here. So you use the turrets as kind of both a forward offense here, as well as oh, hold on, I'm getting like shot at here. Come on, there we go. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just basically blasting here. The shotgun shells are pretty good for taking out the bases here. The turrets are good for distractions like I'm doing. And now that I'm completely out of ammo, I'm going to run away with my tail in between my legs. And, oh, no. Okay, there we go. It's okay. I like to think I know what I'm doing most of the time, maybe, in this game. But yeah, now we have two of the, or excuse me, one of the nests down. We do have some more things that are attacking our base right now, so we do need to run on over. They did attack us from a little bit of an unfortunate angle, so they took out some of our production facilities here. Not a lot, though. We can rebuild. Gonna steal some iron here, build some more electric mining drills, and maybe set up more like turrets down here. I think that would... there we go. That will help us. There we go. There we go. Get this back online. We have more gun turrets to play around with here. And, yeah, well, we should have enough, so there we go. Gotta set up more turrets down here in the south, which is where I think they came from. And then while that's going, just have, like, 3 permanent electric mining drills here that mine copper. Do I have more stone? Yes, I do. I'm gonna do that to make some... There we go, to make some copper plates here. So, one thing I'd like to point out is, while I'm doing all of this, notice how I'm not yanking all of, like, my burner stuff? I am keeping them in place because I definitely need that support. I can't just completely swap over to electric machines because that's just simply not sustainable. In a game where scaling is really the name of the game, the more things you can keep around at the same time, the better off you generally are. So I'm not, like, uprooting my entire life once I have, like, a few, like, the next technology unlocked. I'm keeping them down so I can have both sources going for me, so I don't have to keep switching in between them. So right now, I have, like, this electric setup going to build iron gear wheels. I don't care that that's going into nothing right now. I just want to have it down for later. And really, that's, you know, the more things you can build in advance, you don't need to have it perfect the first time. As I've been saying before, the more things you can keep going at once, and the more things you play around with, it doesn't need to be perfect. You can always pick up things and put it down later. If I find that, oh, now this machine is in the way of this new production line I want to make, no problem. Just pick up the whole thing and put it down somewhere else. It's like the Patrick meme of why don't we just take the whole city and push it somewhere else? It's exactly like that.
Why don't you invoke Patrick?
I'm gonna be invoking more memes than I thought I ever would tonight, and honestly, I'm here for it. So, you know, Sporadic, if you've got anything else on your side you wanna summon into existence,
I really want people to donate
please,
to
by
tell me
all
their favorite
means.
SpongeBob meme. But I would just like to remind everybody that we do have a bid war open, and we also have a milestone incentive that we are trying to hit. Now, if you'll remember, milestone means that you don't need to click on it. Every donation will just, like, automatically go towards it. So less work for you. Just get your donation in for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, and it will automatically go towards this milestone. Our milestone is for a game tomorrow called The Dishwasher Vampire Smile. Yes, once again, the name of that game is The Dishwasher Vampire Smile. I don't have to make this stuff up. It exists. It's amazing. And this incentive is incredible. It's to fight the devs. So we are looking to hit $1,600 raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Centers. You can see we are already over $1,300 raised. We're sitting at $1,322 raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Once we hit $1,600 raised, there will be in this, if we hit it in time for this run tomorrow, which I'll tell you in my time zone when that's going to be. Oh, it's going to be 12 hours from now. That's easy. It's going to be 12 hours from now. So that's a healthy amount of time, but it's also a healthy amount of donations. So anyway, yeah, if we hit this milestone, there will be a boss rush where the faces of the bosses are replaced with images of the devs. I want to see this so badly, I can't even quantify it. Please get your donations in. They'll just go towards that milestone automatically. And then while you're donating for that, you can also donate towards our bid war that we have open for Pokemon Rumble. That is the run directly after the Dishwasher Vampire Smile. So 13 hours from now. Math. So we have two choices here, right? It's a bid war. So you can vote for passwords or no passwords. Passwords is the 100% optimized route. It's the fastest route. And no passwords is more RNG based. It will add 10 minutes to the estimate, and it will be far more chaotic. This bid war has gotten pretty close. The no donations have been coming in. It's a little hot and heavy here for our bid war, and currently no passwords is in the lead at $30, but passwords is very, very close behind, almost $25. So if you are one of those people who thinks that speedrunners should go fast, get your donations in for that passwords choice on our bid war to make our runners go fast.
Excellent, excellent. That's the level of whimsy I'm looking for. Just putting the faces of the devs
Right?
in the game. I'm here
I feel
for
like
that.
you already have a good amount of whimsy if you've named your game Dishwasher Vampire Smile. I feel like that's
That is true. I had to do a double take when I saw that. I was like, is that the name of the game?
Yeah, you know, yeah, it's definitely, you have to check. You're like, really? Is all of these words together? All of these words together. All right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. All right.
So yeah, reminding everybody that this is train percent, and our goal is to Kuritas. Yeah,
Build a train.
There we go. We definitely,
I said the
we
thing.
would definitely love to see some donations about trains, your favorite train facts, anything you want to tell us about trains. Or bugs, because I tell you what, this game is full of bugs and not trains, because we haven't seen a train yet because we haven't built it, but wow, there sure are a lot of bugs. How do you feel about bugs? How do you feel about bugs as neighbors?
How do you feel about bugs? I feel like there's a lot to be said about bugs, given that they're, like you said, sporadic earlier on. Bugs are very, very common entity
it's true,
being
it's
that you
true.
can find in these kinds of games.
Can somebody please tell me, like, what percentage of the biomass on the planet is bugs? Because it's way more than humans. I know that. I know that the biomass of insects on the planet is far larger than the biomass of humans on the planet. And there are a lot of humans on this planet. It's pretty cool, actually.
I am embarrassed to say I don't know the answer to that. Chat, if you know, please let us know, because I can't remember.
Yeah, I just remember that it's a lot, but I don't remember exactly how much. Yeah, I really liked that donation earlier that was telling us about the train that was derailed because of like so many millipedes. I know that Australia definitely has its fair share of insects that humans are kind of scared of, for sure. For sure. They have a tendency to get large numbers of things. Locusts, rabbits. Yeah, they had a big rabbit problem over there in Australia.
Rabbits I'm fine with. A lot of
it
other
was not
things,
fine for
maybe
Australia.
Not so.
There were far too many rabbits. It was not a good time.
There's so many rabbits there.
You're like,
nope.
look, they're cute, and it's like that really doesn't excuse what happened.
That doesn't excuse it. No, unfortunately not.
No.
Unfortunate.
Do you find bugs cute? What bug is the cutest? Have you ever pet a bumblebee? They're so soft and fluffy.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you totally can. I mean, you just have to be gentle.
I've never tried. I've also probably never been that close up to a bumblebee before, so maybe I should try that one day, but I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, no pressure. It's definitely, my cousin used to do that. My cousin liked to pet bees. But yeah. I mean, you can calm them down with smoke, right? And then they'll be real chilled out.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, I did not know that. Huh.
You didn't know that? Yeah, beekeepers. Yeah, you'll see them with,
wait,
like,
with the smoke. Okay, now I just remembered that. Yes. Okay. Now that I remember. Sorry, trying to build a factory here. Can't remember everything. My science knowledge just left my brain in its place.
It's your job to build factories, and it's my job to talk about bugs and trains and, you know.
Oh, perfect. Yep. Yeah, the science knowledge has left my brain in its place. There's only engineering and factory. There's nothing else. There's only Factorio. That's it. There's nothing else. I can only think about Factory right now. Like, what was I gonna say? Yes,
okay,
here we go.
back to the speedrun, already in progress.
Yes, yeah. So, as you can see right now, I'm setting up our, what might be considered our more true to our first bona fide actual, like, production line right now. I have set up, like, electric mining drills that are mining this coal patch. And then I have transport belts. Here we go. Here's a key piece here. These transport belts are now moving the coal over to a different place. Excellent. That's exactly what I want to have happen. I want to move these items over to another place in my factory where I think they might be better served. So what I'm doing right now is basically making a basic smelting column here. So what I have here is I'm gonna do some what might be considered black magic. So give me 1 second here to build a line. There we go. Okay, and then do I have enough serters? Gonna put some down right here. I'll explain all this. Just give me 1 second. Place some belts right here. Electric power poles. And okay, there we go.
Take your time. You're doing great. Yeah.
Thank you. This is our very first smelting column. So, you don't have to organize it like this. I mean, the world is your oyster. You can organize this however you wish. But this is basically the most basic smelting setup you have. That isn't just miner outputs directly to a furnace. This time, it's miner outputs onto a belt, which then outputs into a furnace. It's just a more organized way of doing it. So as you can see now, I now have like a consistent line of iron plates. And with that, I can do many different things. I can put down like separate assemblers. Let me move these a little bit closer here. There we go. I can put down separate assemblers here that now do their own thing and can take the iron plates off this belt and build something else. I'm going to have them build iron gear wheels. Connect them with electricity. And now, ta-da, I have iron gear wheels. And now I can shove this into a box. There we go, just like that. Ta-da! So now we have our first smelting columns online. I'm gonna let that run as is. We definitely need a few more of these to keep moving here, but this will do for the time being. I'm just gonna let that run. While the iron is starting to build up, because now we have a decent source of iron, what I'm going to do is do the same for copper, because now we're going to need a decent source of copper. So instead of outputting directly into these furnaces, I'm going to have them output into a belt, just like we did with the iron there, and set up a similar like smelting column here. So slam down a few miners here, connect them with some power poles. Now you see the iron ores being placed onto a belt. I'm going to craft a few more belts here. Run back up and get more stone, because I need some more stone. And unfortunately, the map spawns stone all the way up here, so I have to walk all the way up here. I could build the world's longest conveyor belt, but I'm just going to run it back and forth because I don't have that much iron on me. So let's just do that. Handcraft a bunch of the stone furnaces that we need right now. And bring it back down, all the way down here. Maybe craft a few more inserters by hand. We're running a little bit low on iron in our personal inventory, so because we have this smelting column set up, we could just pull from these boxes and ta-da! Our iron plates and iron gears are already replenished. So that's kind of the beauty of starting to automate these things. You can literally set it and forget it. You can set all these things and be like, you know what? I don't want to worry about it anymore. I'm just going to automate this, and now I can be guaranteed iron whenever I need it. Don't need to worry about it. And that is where the true beauty of Factorio comes in. You just set it up once, it runs. You never need to worry about it again, at least until the patch runs out. And then, bada bing, bada boom, you've got more resources than you know what to do with. And I'm gonna do the same here for the copper. So let me do this. Craft a few more of these in the meantime. Inserters like this. I have like these blueprints kind of like memorized in my head because I've done this so many times, but really, I mean, you can do these however you wish. Let me put coals in these, feed these with copper ore. There we go. Now we have a like dedicated line of copper plates going on here, so we're doing good now. You can see our base is gradually starting to grow. And this is really what we're looking for here, folks. So, even though these automated lines are growing, I'm still picking up the ones that we're manually mining by hand because, like I said earlier, the more resources you have, the more things you can craft by hand. And, you know, that makes it all the much better. So now that we have these decent, like, lines of basic resources down, and let me put this in the box so we can start queuing these up. Now that we have these basic resources down, this is no longer a bottleneck. I now have enough stuff, as you can see in my inventory, to craft like all the things that we need. This is no longer the bottleneck if I want to like do the run quicker and do all the things quicker. The bottleneck now is researching science quicker. So what I'm going to do now is while I'm fixing up these turrets, making sure I don't neglect my defenses here, I can identify that my goal as the engineer is to make more science faster, and my resources are no longer the limiting factor here. So what I'm going to do is do something sacrilegious that I just said and tear up the science complex, and then move the science somewhere else. I'm going to move it down to like the lower right corner here since I have a lot more room. And basically what I want to do is to scale up here is basically place more of these down at a time. And oh, they're a little bit too close. Let me put these a little bit further away from each other. There we go. Put a belt here, and then basically do the same thing I did with the smelting setups over there, and automates, or rather build out my science production here. So whereas I had one assembler making one automation science going to one lab, I can now have like 10 assemblers making 10 automation science going into 10 labs. And that's really the goal of this, is to really start building up your things and having the factory work for you instead of you working for the factory. So my goal now is to start really building the things that build a factory. Build belts, build assembling machines, start being strategic about how I want to plan these things out. I figured now I don't need to store these iron gear wheels anymore. I'm going to take that out of the ground. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to put red science, probably like, I don't know. And again, I'm going to be a bit casual about this because I don't really care. I'm going to put like red science right there and say, all right, you are making red science now. And I'm going to handcraft again a few of these guys. I also want to keep feeding my other machines here just so they don't run out. So give me 1 second to hoist some more iron into these. There we go. All right, craft some more inserters, since we definitely need those to feed our labs here. Inserters, if I haven't described them before, are the things that move items from belts into machines. So let me put one there. There we go. Inserters move things from belts to machines, can move things in between machines, and then again from machines back onto belts for the final product. So here I've basically linked up... there we go. Oh, what's being... Oh, my stone ore over there is being attacked. You could ignore that. I'll go deal with that later. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So now what I've done is I pulled in the copper belts from down here. Oh, there we go. Pulled down the gear wheel belt from up here and built 4 red science machines in parallel. And what that does is now it's a little bit more automated. There's really no other way to put it. I now have much more red science production capabilities, and actually I might extend this a little bit more because I want a little bit more science to get out the door here. There we go. Put this here and here. There we go. Now I have 6 red science machines. Really, if you don't have enough of something, just craft it and put it down. Simple as that. The real place where I see folks get bottlenecked is they've built themselves into a corner where they realize, oh, I need more of these machines, but now I don't have enough room for them. And they need to rethink the whole thing or pull it up and put it down again, which of course you can do. That's not like, that's not like game ending or anything, but it really just goes to show how give yourself more room than you realize, and you'll thank yourself later. Your future self will thank you. I'm getting a little bit attacked a little bit more from the north, so what I'm going to do is put down even more turrets here and slam some ammo here just as a precaution. Because even though I'm fending off of these 4 turrets here, I do want to make sure I'm staying ahead of the curve. What I'm going to do here is I'm noticing that my iron gear production is a little sparse right now. You can see these iron gear assemblers, they might have enough iron, but what I'm going to do is just place down a few more smelters here just so we can get even more iron production. And with that comes the requisites. You need more inserters and more belts. Let me cue this up. and then more power poles. And then what I'm going to do down here is place down 2 more iron gear assemblers to really amp up this this production line here. So there we go. We've now instantly doubled our iron gear production in like 10 seconds. Like, it didn't take us that long at all, and now we are pretty set up here. You can see we have six red science machines going now, but even that's not quite enough to feed our four science labs here. So I could consider placing down more science labs. I might do that just to speed up the run here. So
we need
there
more
we go.
Science. And also we need to go
science.
fast.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to science the heck out of this.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, you got anything else for us, Sporadic?
I gotta tell everybody that we are here raising funds for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the care, and the love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And also, you can see these puppies. The Go Rescue website has its own section for adoption success stories. Excuse me, you can go check out gorescuedogs.com/success stories to see a bunch of adorable pupper pictures and read all the really, really sweet rescue stories. It's such a fantastic charity. If you feel that you are able to afford donating, please do so to help some very sweet dogs find their forever homes.
Ah, that's great. Yeah, really, please do. It's a great cause. I always support the puppers here, so good stuff. Yeah, so now that we've completed our batch of red science, it's now time to turn over to green science. We're now
What?
chugging
Green science?
some.
I thought we were only having red science. What happened?
Yeah, now we're
branching out.
We've got more science. Yeah, we've got more science to get to. We've got lots of science in this game, let me tell you. We've had red, but what about green? How do you feel about green science?
Have you heard of the new sensation that's sweeping wherever we are, the plains covered in bugs? Green science. Don't ask us what we're juicing to get the green science. All we have out here is bugs. Don't worry.
Don't
delicious.
worry about that. Yep. I promise you, green science tastes like green apple or something. Yeah, green apple. That's what green science tastes like.
Thanks. You heard it here first. Now you know.
I have such great takes on science here. If you have thoughts about what the science tastes like, please let me know.
Oh my gosh,
I'm very much
please
a favor
let
of
us
of the science juice.
What does green
and
science
what it tastes
taste like? How much science juice have you chugged today?
How much science juice have you chugged today? Have you had your daily recommended intake of science juice?
Science?
It's important for a balanced diet or something. Look,
Don't tell us about red science juice though. That's so last week. That's so last hour.
That's so last week. Is red science juice out of vogue now? Are we so over red science juice? Is this
you
what's
tell
happening?
me, are you gonna build more red science? Are you gonna build more green science? You've got your finger on the pulse of
you know
popular
what?
science.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. You know what? We've built enough red science. It is indeed time for green science. So that's completely fair.
All right. The runner has spoken. Green science.
Green science it is.
Red science is also in, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's we don't talk about that. It's fine. We had enough of that. Let's see here. So, oh wow, that's a lot of bugs. That's a lot
That's
of
cool.
bugs.
We need more green science.
We need more green science.
Green science comes from green apples.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that and not think too hard about it. Okay. So we're the heat's starting to amp up a bit, but that's quite all right. We're more than prepared to place down more turrets and defend against these threats here. So we are going to again balance our time between defending the factory and figuring out how I want to distribute this ammo. Here, we're going to do that. Yeah, balance our time between defending the factory, which hopefully we're on green science now, which is like the second half of what we need to produce a train. So we're getting there. We'll see how much more the bugs decide to come for us, but we are getting there. What I've done here is set up some more dedicated like green circuit production because we're going to need it to build the green science. And what I might do is I definitely need a few more belts, maybe a few undergrounds here. I need to build more like gear wheels. So I'm going to do this. This is going to like absolutely chew through the iron that I have right now. But it is what we need, so I'm just going to do this temporarily. Do that, and then say, okay, now we have all the things that we need. We have the inserters going. I'm going to plot out how I want to set this up here. Yeah, so let's say, oops. So here we go. Let's say green science goes like this, and we need a few of them, so... fun thing you can do in Factorio is place down blueprints like these. They're not actual objects, they're just ghosts, which you can control at your will. It's essentially a way of saying, okay, I don't exactly know, or I want this to be an idea I have, I don't want to commit to it. I'm just going to put this down and see if I want to move it later. That's kind of the purpose of ghosts here. You can set things to be built later, and just leave it at that. So I'm going to build two assemblers each here. 2 for inserters, 2 for belts here. This is useful for automating the actual, inserter and belt parts, but these are also the pieces that we need for the green science. So we need both these regardless. And I may be running out of power poles, so where are there trees? There are trees over there. I'm going to go and mine some trees real quick. There we go. Maybe make some ammo. You can both handcraft things and mine things and do other things at the same time. So if you're not doing anything with your crafting inventory, a good rule of thumb is just to be crafting something, especially at these early stages of the game where you don't have that many machines up and running. If you're like, oh yeah, I don't have a dedicated belt maker set up, now is a good time to handcraft them until you get a machine up and running that'll do it for you. So let's see, there we go. So now we should have enough wood here to build power poles, just like that. There we go. And then some I might actually reverse the direction of these just to make it go a little bit faster. Or maybe it doesn't matter that much. Let's tear this out. Put inserters like this. And then just like that. So there we go. So now, as you can see here, we have belts on one side, inserters on the other side. I can pick these up at will because obviously I need them. But, oh, we've got more and these being damaged. I need to take care of that before they start chewing on everything else. Okay, that's fine. They didn't chew on too many things. I'm going to make sure these are topped up with health and ammo, though, just so they don't catch me anymore by surprise. I'm doing fine as is on defenses here, but I do want to shore up my defenses just a little bit more. Where is more of my... here we go. So I'm going to yoink these. And there we go. I'm going to make a few more of these electric mining drills because we could serve to increase our iron outputs a little bit more. There we go. So now that being said, I can set up corresponding lines on the other half of this like ore belts here and essentially do the same thing, except just mirror it on the other side. So something like this. And, if you don't have enough ingredients to make like a full belt like we're doing over here, that's perfectly fine. Just like here. I set up 4 more smelters. That's more than I had before, and that's good enough for now. and then you can come back and do more of it later if you find that you need to do that. Let's come down here, start improving this segment now. And what I'm actually do here is just yoink these. There we go. So I don't have to craft them by hand. Because I definitely know 4 gear assemblers will be just barely enough to get this started. I am going to steal some items from my own belts here and start crafting these assemblers by hand. Oh, come on. There. Oh, there we go. Okay. Do I want to... Yeah, I should probably just make a separate line here just in case. So the ratios will become a thing you might pay attention to once you get later into the depths of Factorio here. You'll be like, okay, oh, why can't I? There we go. Can I copy this, please? Come on, game. There we go. Okay. You can copy and paste recipes like that. There's no gnawing in my base. Okay, hold on. Be right back. Oh, they ran out of ammo. Okay, at least that part ran out of ammo. All right. I need to go back and take care of that before they really do some damage here. So let me actually maybe attract them down here. I should do something. There we go. Sometimes the bugs just loiter around. I don't know why. But that's quite all right.
They like the smell, you know?
They like the smell.
Pollution in the morning and the evening and every other time that all your factories are putting out ridiculous amounts of pollution. They're like,
I love the
good.
smell. Yeah, that's the stuff. Hey, you know what? Sometimes I just like...
you've made like the best bug attractor on the planet.
Oh yeah, let's.
And the bugs just want over here to sample your wonderful new product and.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Also chew on your face, apparently. You know, like why not?
They really want to tell that to me directly to my face, and you know what? That's fine with them. You know what? They can come on over and take a look. That's fine.
Chat is falling for my environmentalist propaganda.
Environmentalist propaganda.
I mean,
wow, that.
This is a video game. No actual bugs were harmed in the making of this.
Oh yeah, totally. No bugs were harmed in the making of this speed run. Nope. Everything is. All these runs are 100% ethically sourced. This iron has been ethically mined because it's just me.
Don't worry,
I'm
it's
doing
just
this myself.
It's you know.
Yes, I am the sole one building this factory, so it is definitely ethically sourced labor here. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is great. I'm getting to yap so much about what I like about my factory here and how it is 100% eco-friendly and not disrupting anything about this planet at all.
That's right. The science is green. Well, how could it possibly be doing anything
the science is green. The science is green because it's eco-friendly. Yes, that's definitely what that stands for. Yes. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
Is born now. For the factory.
Yes, we have our
You're
own
gonna
PR now.
Bring the PR to the bugs. Maybe they'll stop attacking your factory. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see soon enough. Maybe. We'll see once I place down a train and see how much they approve of that. Oh yeah, I'll send them some flyers.
That's
That's
what the train is for, to deliver some leaflets.
The train delivers some flyers that tells them more about this. That's so brilliant. I love your ideas,
Is your neighborhood suddenly full of tons of noise and light? Pollution? Don't worry. It's green.
It's green. Yep. Here we go. Okay, we have our batch of green science. You can see all that green science starting to make our way towards. Let's see. So, with that on its way, I am going to make a few more labs here. And I might actually change the orientation just so we can fit a few more labs in here. There we go. So,
I have a quick question for you, actually, Kuritas. All right, so our estimate, we're about 15 minutes on the estimate. Do you think that, realistically, we're going to have a train in 15 minutes?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, so my apologies. Give me 1 second to take a look here. So we're on Logistics 2. We do have Logistics 2 engines and then railway. So I will definitely go over 15 minutes. If you give me another 15 beyond that, we should definitely have a train by then. So I'd say an extra 15 minutes beyond.
So that means that chat has about 30 minutes to get their donations in for this evening. We would love to see $1,400 raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center by the end of this day 2 of No Glitches Allowed 2026. As you can see, we have about $78 to go to hit that goal. It would be so fantastic if we could make that much money for the puppies. I have been blown away by the fact that both green science and red science is happening in these domes. What's happening? How can you possibly combine green science and red science? But anyway, donations. All of them will go towards our milestone incentive that we have open right now. They'll automatically go towards it because it is a milestone. You don't have to click on it. That milestone is for the run that is coming up tomorrow of the Dishwasher Vampire Smile, which is a real game, and we're not making this up, for you to fight the devs. If we get up to $1,600 total raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, we will get to see a boss rush where the faces of the bosses are replaced with images of the devs. Just incredible stuff. I feel like this is a no miss game. Like, y'all are really gonna need to see it, and y'all also need to get your donations in to see this dev boss rush. To see this dev boss rush and to help puppies, friends, to help out puppies who need your help. Now, again, it being a milestone, you don't need to click on anything, but we do have something for you to click on. We have an awesome bid war. It's for the run of Pokemon Rumble, to make it a passwords run or a no passwords run. A passwords run is the one that is 100% optimized. It's going to go really, really fast. And no passwords is more RNG. It's going to be more chaotic. It's going to add 10 minutes to the estimate of the run. It is a neck and neck bid war that we have going on right now, where no passwords, the faster one, so let's see, sorry, oh no, it's it's the chaotic one, I got it wrong. No passwords is in the lead at $30. That's gonna be the RNG based one, and passwords is so close behind it, just about $25, only $5 off. So if you want to see our runner go fast, get your donations in, put them towards that bid war. They're already going to go towards the milestone, and they're going to go to help puppies out. It's a triple threat. You can't go wrong. It's all good times. Please donate.
Yep, now is a great time to donate.
Back to science.
back to science. Oh, you know, I can't resist my science here. Almost choked on that. Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
Can't resist your science. Slow down on the science juice there. I know you love it, but you know.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to chug science juice as much as I can right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So
donate folks, to tell us what science juice is made of. I will read it if it is within reason. If it falls within the rules of this marathon, I will read it. What is science juice made of? Tell me in a donation now. Your donation will help puppies.
Yeah, please do. I can only chug so much science juice. So, you know, this run will end eventually once I chug enough science juice. So you don't have that much time. Even though I just gave you more time, we don't have that much time. So we're working our way towards more. Where am I right now? So back to the actual technologies here. We're researching logistics too, and then we'll move into engines and then the train research. So basically, at this point, the name of my game right now is just building more science labs, building out our science production lines, and then maybe building out some more of our iron ore lines. As you can see right now, I have like a full line of like iron miners on this patch alone, and that's going. And you know, my iron stack is it's doing its job. I could stand to scale this up a little bit more, so that is actually what I'm going to do right now. But basically, we have a clear path towards our goal now. And what I'm going to do is basically scale up our production here. Oh my god, what are the bugs doing? Come on, hey, stop nibbling on that science. Sorry, the science is a little bit too tasty. We need to fix that.
something you might say to any pet, your dog, your cat, your bug. Stop nibbling on that science.
Stop nibbling on my science. I know it's tasty and all, but let's set up some turrets right here. Maybe get a few more out the door. Yeah, so I kind of spawn here with kind of bad RNG because I am in the middle of a desert, and deserts are places where pollution spreads a lot more freely and openly. So I was kind of at a disadvantage from the start. So I didn't quite roll some good RNG with this one. That's kind of what makes it interesting, right?
Oh, I assumed that it was always like this, actually, that this was it was always they was going to drop you in the same environment. You can be dropped into different types of environments.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I look, okay, this is all just desert here, but yeah, there are different kinds of biomes here. You can be like in the middle of a forest. You can be in the middle of like a more colder Arctic region. There are a few different places you can be here in Factorio, and they do affect how quickly or poorly the pollution spreads. So yeah, it does affect some of these outcomes here. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. It's making some iron.
So wait, are the bugs
ideal.
the same in the different biomes as well?
Yes, the bugs are the same. But if you get the DLC, which is Space Age, they do start to get a little different. And to talk about them would be a little bit of spoilers. So,
okay.
I think the DLC is.
You gotta play the game. You gotta play the game to find out.
Yeah, play the game and find out if you want to learn more about the different kinds of bugs there are. I promise you, it's actually some pretty cool stuff. Chug your own science if you want to find this out. Oh, good grief. Okay. So now we're just being rude to everyone. All right. I see how it is.
I mean, we're encouraging people to play the game. It's, you know, it's
that's fair. Yeah, we're encouraging folks to do that. Why? And oh, okay, that's why we're not. Let me yank these out. There we go. Okay. So now I've doubled my iron output. I'll probably want to get one more line of iron in before I call that sufficient for the purposes of building and having enough production to actually research this in time. But we should be well on our way now. Setting up more labs just to speed up the research a bit. One cool thing about this is that you can like literally see how fast your science is progressing here, because you can with Factorio you can visually see where all the bottlenecks are. If you're like, oh, I don't know what I should build more of because I'm just not sure how to play the game. You can take a look at your conveyor belts and be like, which of these conveyor belts are like not working at full capacity? If you see something that's like, I wish this would go faster, there needs to be more of this stuff on the belts. That's exactly where you should start. You can be like, oh yeah, I noticed that my red science, all my red science machines are producing at full capacity, but I'm still at a deficit for red science. That means you should build more red science. And that's exactly what I've done here. So now you can see most of my labs are now pretty happy. And they're just gonna be on their merry way here as I try to fill these up with some ammo here. Okay, so now my iron plates are starting to work a little bit more efficiently. Now that I have more of them going, I'm gonna take some ammo, take some of this, and just make sure my machines are well fed. Or my turrets here should be well fed as well. So there we go. Last research we're doing now is railways. So now all I need to do is make a train Well, after this one finishes, I need to make a train, and then that should be the run. So actually, we might actually end this on time, maybe. We'll see how much our science goes. Yeah, maybe.
Can Kuritas science the heck out of this?
Yeah, well, we'll see, folks.
Can Kuritas rave hard enough?
Did I science hard enough?
Did
I
you
don't
science
know.
rave hard enough to make a train?
Yeah. I mean, look at it. I boosted our science labs. Now they're all partying over there. Now we've got real science hours going. All right.
You're making such a loud rave that the bugs are like, "That's it, we're moving."
we're moving. Okay. Yep.
That's how you make the train.
Exactly. That's how you make the train. Now, all I need to do is build some steel here. So I'm going to yoink this current setup because now I don't need this anymore. What I need to focus on right now is just actually making the iron. So I'm going to do this in the quickest possible way. And let me do that. Like manually feed these with coal because I don't... the quickest way for me to do this is now just to hand feed those. Put these into smelters of their own. Get some steel smelted. Steel will be important for actually making the engine here. So now railway is finished. I don't care about the rest of our science. We have unlocked the train now, so all I need is steel. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll get this done in short order. I grew the factory a little bit more efficiently than I thought I would. So apologies for the estimate there. Things get a little bit unpredictable when you spawn into these things.
Apologize for
like,
science.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. I will never apologize for science. That is totally fair. All right. You know what? You're so right. Sporadic. All right.
Also, I feel like it's very scientific to give it like a safe, cushiony estimate, you know, and then you come in underestimate, and everybody's really impressed.
That is so true. Yeah, you have got a point. Let me make sure. What are they nibbling on right now? Hey, back off. Okay, maybe if they keep nibbling at this rate, maybe I won't complete on time. Sorry, I don't want to go back and forth, but the bugs just keep coming at me. So what I will say is give me 1 second to like look at the estimate of bits and see where we are right now. So we're currently at 127. I definitely won't finish by 130, but the 145 is still a safe estimate. So let's just say 145, and then anything else, any sooner is a bonus. So we'll leave it at that. All right, so let's get some more bullets in here. I mean, really, we're really like right there. We're in go mode right now. We've unlocked the train, and what I need to do right now is like literally like slam down a bunch of these things to build engines. Come on, there we go. So just like that. These need to be fed with pipes, so I'm gonna handcraft these. Also, they also need gear wheels, so I'm gonna steal some off of this belt right here, just because I don't want to craft that by hand. And literally, like, power pole, no inserters, no belts, no nothing. Just like, here, have some of that. Have a bunch of gear wheels, and then the last thing you need is steel, which I'm gonna yoink from these machines right here. So now I have a few different pieces of steel. Gonna craft like a few rail tracks right here. Okay, all right, here we go. Rail's gonna go right here. We're actually coming up on time real shortly. If the bugs don't get to me first, give me a second. We're really going back and forward right now, folks. Where are these bugs coming from? Come on now. Thankfully, I don't need the science setup because we've already scienced enough science for tonight. But if I do let them keep gnawing at it, they're going to gnaw their way over to the train here. So I do need to take care of them before anything else. Okay. There we go. The green science is ripped to the green science. But, again, we don't care about the steel axe. Gonna yoink some engines from here. What do you need? You need more pipes, so I'm gonna do that real quickly. And pull some more engines from here. And then from this, I need some more steel, some more engines. How many do I have? I have 7, so I'm gonna place down a couple more assemblers here and just feed them. Okay, so again, iron, pipes. There we go. Okay. More pipes here. We're getting pretty close to the end of the run. I just need to hand feed these machines. Okay. So I can handcraft a train, surprisingly. You don't need assembler to do that. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay, hold on. There's just so many of them. And now I'm stuck literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay. We're gonna respawn, let them nibble on some things for a little bit more. Hopefully they don't nibble on everything. But wow, this is just a little unfortunate. We're gonna see how quickly we can get this back up and running. We're so close to the end here, folks. Okay, yeah, we definitely need... so my handguns aren't going to do it alone. I am going to need to, like, steal this. There we go. Place down, like, a few more turrets here. And then just start baiting them over here. Like, come on, come over here. Or maybe not. Here, I'll just pull these up and place them right here. Okay, there we go. Let's pick up... Where is my body? Here's my body. I need to loot everything in my body. There we go. And then, where are my machines right now? I need to build, like... There we go. Okay, how many more engines do we need here? Do we have enough? We need a few more steel girders. Okay, time's gonna come up real shortly here. I'm crafting the train. I'm gonna place it down, and time! That is the train, folks!
Amazing!
Yay, that is the train! Okay, there we go. The bugs were definitely getting up there in my business there, but we pulled it off. The train has been built. It's not going anywhere, but that's what I wanted to show off here. There's the train! We did it! That's the train! Oh, all right. Okay, so that is Factorio train percent. So yeah, if I could yap for a little bit here. This is Factorio. Obviously, I have not shown off most of the game to you. You have like a lot more technologies you can research, a lot more like really, really cool stuff you can do in this game. You have like autonomous robots and drones that will build stuff for you. You have automated defenses that will shoot things for you. You have a factory that can build itself. You can build out like a whole train network across the entire planet. You can do lots of cool automation stuff in this game. I have shown you just the tip of the iceberg with my train percent here, just to show you that the train is really the start of it. And you know, you can drive the train. You can drive the train yourself, or you can automatically have it do it for you. That's kind of the name of the game here. So, with that being said, this is train percent, something I completely made up. So, you know, not an official category or anything, but, you know, just a cool demonstration of what's possible in this game. But yeah, this is Factorio, a game where you automate everything so you don't have to do anything, and a game with no glitches, because this is no glitches allowed. And Factorio is a game where the developers really, really made it a point to be as glitchless and as like properly well coded and really built together, properly built together. That's really how I can describe it. This game has, like, the developers are on top of it, and that's part of what I love about this game. So with that being said, thank you all for accompanying me on this journey. My name is Kuritas, but of course you can also call me Kuri for short. You can find me at Twitch over at KuritasKRT, like it says right there on the nameplate. I speedrun not just Factorio, but a bunch of other games too. Helldivers 2, third-person military sim. I speedrun Sworn, which is an action roguelike. I'll be running that at Summer Games Done Quick 2026 in a month, so if you're interested in those kinds of games, it's kind of similar to like Hades and Hades 2. If you're interested in that, you can look forward to that. I also speedrun other games that you definitely speedrun, like Civilization 6. I did that very recently for another marathon, so I speedrun a few games, but I also play games casually, most of the time with my friends, because that's really how I like to play games. It's always a fun time when you have buddies with you, and with games that you like these, you can invite like tons of your friends to build a factory with you. You can have like 40 of your closest friends to build a factory with you if you wish. Speaking of that, you know, if you're interested in the game, go pick it up and I'll be here if you're looking for another engineer to build a factory with you. So with that being said, that's all my shoutouts. Thank you all for accompanying me, and I'll turn it back to you.
At any given time. It's always there. Kuritas is
it's
there.
Always there.
You log on at 2 a.m.
I always have the factory
Kuritas
loaded.
is there. You log on at 5 p.m. Kuritas is there. Kuritas is gonna help you play this game. I make it fun. That was an amazing, amazing showcase. Thank you so much for showing off Factorio and for putting up with me.
Hey, no worries. It's so much fun being with you.
I have a fantastic time being with you too, my friend. All right, well, that was the final run of this particular day of No Glitches Allowed. We're going to be raiding out real soon. Everybody, please stick around for that. We're just going to bounce on over to the break to have our closing remarks for the day. So please stick around for the raid, and stick around for the rest of the marathon. I mean, obviously we're gonna have a little sleep percent now, but it's not even nearly done. We have so many more days coming up. Anyway, we'll be right back, friends. Friends, this is it, the end of the second day of No Glitches Allowed 2026. Thank you so much for your generosity. As you can see, we are up to $1,322 raised for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, and we're not done yet. We have so many more days of amazing runs coming up for you. We're going to be back in, I'm trying to like math this out here. We're going to be back in about 10 hours, I believe, with perfect dark in my time zone. That's 9 a.m. in the Eastern time zone. That is noon. So maybe I got it wrong. Anyway, we will be back. You can type !schedule in the chat to check that schedule instead of using my brain, which is extremely unreliable. Unfortunately, this is the last of my hosting shifts for this marathon. If you enjoy listening to me yap, you can find me at twitch.tv/sporadiceratic. You can also find me on Twitter and Blue Sky under the very same name. I am going to be streaming in an extremely short amount of time, but that's not what we are going to go to. We are going to be raiding P's SMB in just a moment. You can see that raid is going, so please stick around for that and come back for the rest of this wonderful marathon to help out the sweet puppies. Everybody take care, and we'll see you again in chat in 10 hours? Question mark?